Welcome to the show, Delareese.
Thank you so much, Rush.
All right, now this is Delareese Mills from the JBDC Baked Products Workshop, right? And she's going to tell us all about what this workshop is about.
Well, I don't know if you know anything about Jamaica Business Development Corporation. We're all about helping small business persons to improve their business as best as possible. And so I'm responsible for the food area. And for this December, we want to look at various baked products. Many persons will be baking their Christmas cake, but what we realize, some persons are left out, like the diabetics and the vegetarians.
Rasta people.
Yes.
Jamaica have only Rasta people that want to eat the cake, but they won't eat it because the egg them.
The egg in there and the butter is in there.
The butter in there too.
And the sugar and all of those things.
Them
so
something them.
I want to show persons how they can use other ingredients and enjoy a very tasteful Christmas cake.
Sounds good. So what this workshop is basically about is teaching people how to bake with that in mind, or overall baking?
Overall baking, but that will be an element of the entire course.
So the rest of people can come and get ital cake?
The rest of persons can come, and all persons who would like to learn how to bake. And as I said before, we are trying to help persons within that food industry. And so person will learn a skill or improve on the skill that they already have.
Which sounds great. Because even for me, I mean, don't watch the fried chicken I ate earlier. I've been trying to go more vegetarian and more health conscious, but it's not really available. Every day there's a million choices of fast food, but I can't get the health thing. So this sounds good to me. So all right, let's jump into it now.
Okay.
So I am totally clueless with the cooking, baking thing.
Okay.
So you need to be like explaining what we have in front of us.
Okay, I've already prepped all that we need to put into this cake. So we have our wheat flour over here, and we have all our wet and our dry ingredients, which we will be separating and then incorporate. Now, the fact that we'll remove the butter and the egg, we need to find something to put in there that will add flavor and at the same time maintain that moistness about the cake. So for the butter, we are using coconut oil. This is 100% coconut oil. And so that will be the fat that we'll be adding to it. And for the egg that we have removed, we're going to use pumpkin in it. And this will help it to be moist, and at the same time, it's flavorful, and at the same time, it's very nutritious. We will be replacing the white flour and using the whole wheat flour. So let us start. So we're going to put all the dry ingredients together. So that's my whole wheat flour. And then we're going to add our spices. So just as how you do your regular Christmas cake, where you add your nutmeg, your mixed spice. So what I did was to measure them out. You will see on the screen the ingredients.
The quantities.
The quantities,
right.
Yes. Our cinnamon. Our baking powder, our baking soda. So these are all the dry ingredients that I'm adding first. So, and I add a little ginger to it.
Which is what I was going to ask, these are the staple ingredients, or is this Delareese's secret ingredients that will let the people on TV?
This is no secret. Well, maybe the pumpkin and all of that we're adding, yes. Those might be a secret.
People, I say orange juice here. No.
Yes.
I ain't never hear about cake with orange juice, so that must be a secret ingredient.
Well, a few things I've added to it. As I said, the thing is, a lot of persons refuse to eat vegetarian food because it's tasteless.
True.
So we need to find something for these persons to eat and enjoy. And I'm saying, so you know that if you add orange juice, we're bringing flavor, right? And we are working with baking soda, so we need to find something that will help that to react when you're doing the cake. So that is why I'm adding the orange juice.
Okay.
All right? So I'm going to add, this is orange rind, which will also give it some flavor. All right?
All right. So the cake looking very pretty already.
Right. So I'm going to mix up all my dry ingredients. Now, I have some salt to put in there, but notice what I'm doing is incorporating everything here before I add the salt, because I don't want the salt to go on the raising agent, which is the baking powder.
Question for you.
And
Can you make this without the salt, or is
Yes,
it not gonna taste
can.
right? Or
The thing is, salt helps to give it flavor, but the salt I'm using is sea salt. And this is a very healthy salt. It has not gone through those regular process.
Right.
So I'm using sea salt, and it's just a pinch of salt.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So it's nothing for you to worry about. And remember, I'm thinking about the diabetics, the vegetarian, the persons who are hypertensive and all of that.
Like me.
Right.
Right.
So here I have all my dry ingredients together. All right. Now I'm going to put all my liquid ingredients together. So I have 1 cup of oil. Now a cup of oil is the same as 8 ounces. So you could measure 8 ounces and it's 1 cup.
What I was going to ask you is, these ingredients now, like the coconut oil, all of the ingredients you have, the orange rind, is like, do you have to actually prepare the orange rind yourself, or can you actually buy these things just boom like that?
You have to buy the orange rind.
You can't like.
I mean, you have to buy the orange and then grate it. Yes.
But like, I don't know the first. I can't just go to the supermarket and just buy it.
Not that I know of. I don't think they have that here.
All right, people, there's a business opportunity right here. So whoever out there now have the orange thing going on, they need to sell some of the rind thing.
And you have to be careful how you grate the orange, because you don't want to grate down to the white part of it. The white part of it is very bitter. So you just want to take the outside part of it, right?
Oh,
because you're trying to add flavor.
Okay, okay, we'll just learn something. So the yellow, the orange part.
Yeah, the outside in it
is the white part. No, it's the bitter part.
It's the bitter part, so you don't want that part in it.
True.
All right, so here I pour my oil in, and that's 1 cup, and then I'm going to add my orange juice. So I'm putting all my liquid together, okay? So I measured before I came here tonight. And then I'm going to add my rum.
Question, what was the difference between that orange juice that you had measured in the small container?
No, it's the same thing. It's just a total of 1 cup. I don't want to shortchange. Baking is a science, really, you know.
Really?
Yes. So you have to.
Okay.
You have
the right quantities are essential.
Right.
Essential.
So here I'm adding my rose water, vanilla.
All right. So I'm learning to bake, and I was told that it's not cooking; it's actually called baking. There's a difference.
And this is almond. Everybody knows it.
Right.
And this is browning, right? To give it the color. That's how you get it, this color, right?
So without the browning now, it would taste the same, but it would look like the orange.
No, it's got to be, okay, I'm going to show you something. Let's not put that in as yet.
Right.
Here is my fruit.
That's a lot of fruit.
This is 2 cups. Now what I did, here you have raisin, currant, and prune. So what I did was to just steep this for a short while. I put the pot on the fire with all of these ingredients, and I put some wine on it and allow it to warm up a little. I don't allow it to boil. And as soon as it's about to boil, I turn the stove off. And then I put this, this is? Yes, I put this in the blender, but there's a little thing that I've added to it as well.
But that's a secret thing you're not going to tell me?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. I add some sorrel to it as well.
Okay.
So I cut up the sorrel and I put it in there and I blend it. So here I'm going to add my fruits.
So far, people, I'm actually following along. I think I can actually go home and make this. If I can do it, believe me, everybody can, because I'm the worst. So,
so here, and the reason why I puree it in the blender, some persons don't like to feel the chunky fruits in their mouth. If you like it that way, then just chop it up with your knife and steep it on the stove and go ahead. All right? Now, I'm going to introduce something to you that might be new. Now, most of the time when persons are baking, they use brown sugar, right? But I'm going to introduce to you wet sugar. This is called wet sugar. This does not go through the regular process, right? This is very natural.
So you can buy this wet sugar?
You can buy this wet sugar in the supermarket. It's in the supermarket. Look for wet sugar, and this sugar is very natural. So locally, it's in the supermarket. I don't want to call any names, but it's in the supermarket. You can get it quite easily.
And the difference between this now and regular brown sugar
is not processed.
No processing.
No processing.
But brown sugar, I thought brown sugar when I was growing up, you don't eat the white sugar because the white sugar is the bad one, but the brown sugar is the good one.
Right, but
this is the good
This is the good, right?
All right.
The one,
okay.
Right.
So this is the more better one.
And it has a lot of flavor to it.
All right.
Really flavorful. Cool. Remember, we are saying to the diabetics, to the vegetarian, you can eat regular food and it is still flavorful. It's just the way you go about it. And that's what I want to show you tonight. So I'm going to mix this up and I'm going to show you the color without the browning.
You're not going to further. We need to add the browning.
But you see it though. You see the color?
Right.
All right. So let's add the browning. All right, because you want to get a little bit darker.
I see the Hype TV people peeking over now to see the color.
You start smelling it yet?
Yeah, man, definitely. Okay, so the browning now just gives it that nice, rich, even tone.
Rich, even tone.
Okay.
And then here is my sorrel, which I told you that I'm adding to
as your secret ingredient.
Right.
Right.
All right. Smell that? So here we go now.
And you can add as much rum as you please. As much
rum and as much wine as you please. Or you can...
Yeah, the Hype TV people rum. Yeah, right. Yeah,
all
man.
Right. And you see how thick and nice that is. Look at that.
And that's what it's supposed to look like with a little wetness on the top.
Man. This is the oil. Remember we add oil to it?
Which is true.
Right.
Which is right.
Can you smell the coconut oil?
Yeah, I smell it.
All right. So we're going to add our pumpkin. Don't forget that.
All right, people. So... hope you're following along, because I'm learning, That's one of the reasons I'm so quiet, because I'm actually studying, so I can go home and make some healthy cake for mommy and daddy for the Christmas. Right.
Very, very healthy. Very, very healthy.
All right. Here's what we're going to do now. You see, while we're doing the stirring and we're doing the combining, what we're going to do is take a break, and when we come back, we can continue learning about how to cook. Sorry.
How to bake.
Bake. We're going to bake in this Rastaman Ital diabetic
yes.
Christmas cake, all courtesy of the JBDC Bake Products Workshop. And if you like what you're seeing, make sure you come out to the workshop. It's the 17th to the 21st, and it's on 76 Marcus Garvey Drive. I actually remembered. Yes. Right. So we're going to be right back with more information about how to make this, and I'm going to start nibbling on it soon.
Yes.
Soon.
Okay.
Be right back.